guys, welcome to another episode of the JoinMyTrip Travel Astrology show with me, Alex. I hope you enjoyed last week's show. If you watched it, you will know that over the time of the next 4 weeks, we will be speaking about packing lists. So everything to do with packing tips and maybe something that you should take and anything to do with packing and your zodiac sign, because as we all know, depending on your zodiac sign, you will either be a super pro packer, or you will hate it, or you will be super unorganized, or you will just be an absolute packing queen or king. So let's have a look at what your star sign tells us about some packing tips that we will give you. This episode will focus on the water signs. So, do you guys know by now what the water signs are? Yes, you do. That is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So, lots of people, I hope you maybe have watched some of my older episodes. There we talk about a little bit more in detail what it means to be a Pisces, what it means to be a Scorpio. And definitely check those out if you're planning on traveling this year. You can check out where you should go depending on your star sign. So let's get started with the Cancer. So as a Cancer, you are naturally very sentimental and you really love making meaningful memories on your trips. So naturally, you do treasure every single moment on your trip, and you would love to sort of keep all those memories in a place very sort of close to your heart, which an easy way to do that is, of course, souvenirs. So you should always definitely leave a little bit of extra space for some souvenirs, but you can also do a lot to actually minimize the amount of stuff that you might be wanting to take home, because, I mean, at the end of the trip, have everything laid out that you sort of want to take back home, and make sure that you really only take those things that mean the world to you, that you know, okay, these will really, if I look at that at home, I will think about this beautiful trip to Mallorca and think, wow, that was such a great time. But I mean, let's be honest, that old museum brochure that you went to visit that maybe you didn't even enjoy that much, you really don't need it. You're not going to look at it again, trust me. Just make sure that you have a look at all the souvenirs and everything that you were planning on taking home, and just really make sure that you are taking the stuff that you know that you will actually treasure. Cancers are also creatures of habit and comfort, and traveling can at times feel a little bit overwhelming and stressful because Cancers are usually real homebodies. So make sure to find a little bit of Zen time and make sure that you can sleep well. And what is one of the best ways of assuring that is definitely a sleep mask and some earplugs. So I can personally recommend the Happy Ears earplugs because they have saved my life. Absolutely, really, they're amazing. And a good sleeping mask, just make sure that it's quite thick without being too heavy on your eyes. Those two things would be, they just make your travels that little bit more relaxed and make you at ease, because if you are on a coach for 8 hours, how annoying would that be if you can't sleep because it's just so loud and no one wants to close their blinds because maybe it's in the middle of the day but you didn't sleep very well, etc. You know where I'm going with this. So definitely sleeping mask and some ear plugs are a top packing tip for the Cancer. Sorry guys, I haven't had my coffee yet, which was a really bad idea now that I'm thinking about making the video before I had my coffee. Anyway, next up is the Scorpio. So the Scorpios are very determined and you are typically very much on top of your packing list, but just make sure that you're sort of maybe checking with friends what they are bringing, so they know, okay, you know, this is what the Scorpio has planned, this is what he's expecting of us, this is what we should take, because you might go on a trip and find that you have brought every single thing for a incredible hiking trip, but none of your friends actually have done the same. So yeah, just make sure to also sort of share those tips with your friends, because we all know the Scorpio will have a absolute packing list, packing plan, what to take, what not to take, etc. So yeah, the packing tip would be that just because you have it all figured out and because you have a sort of list and you know how to do things, make sure that you sort of think, okay, my whole entire closet might fit into my suitcase because I've planned it so well and I've packed, like, I can pack so well. But just make sure that you don't bring your entire closet. Just make sure that you think, okay, I'm not going to pack as much as I can, but rather only what I need. So just think, do I need 18 tops for a weekend trip? No, you don't. So yeah, if you're a Scorpio, you usually need things in your life to be really under control. So yeah, a really sort of messy carry-on bag or suitcase would just make you go crazy, because you like things being in order and you like being in control of things. So one of those fancy little cord rails that you can get nowadays would be amazing for you. So it's like a little cord rail that you can tie all your electrical cords and headphones and everything, and it just means a lot more clarity in your bag, in your suitcase. Everything is sort of in one place with that cord rail, neat and tidy, and it means you're staying clear of all those tangly knots and everything, and it would make your travel experience that much easier, and you would know that, okay, I'm in control, everything is fine. Next up, we have the Pisces. So as a Pisces, you are naturally geared and always sort of up on getting the latest gadgets. So there is, of course, lots of new and exciting technology all around sort of the world of travel. And in general, I mean, we have technology for lots of things these days. But yeah, just make sure that you don't sort of take everything, because we're thinking, you know, if you lose technology, like technological things, they're usually a bit more expensive. So if you lose your phone or your laptop, it's a bit more expensive than losing a book. So yeah, just make sure that you're really evaluating, okay, will this be useful? Will this sort of, you know, on this trip that I'm doing, will this actually help me, this gadget, or will it just be a bit of an extra thing that you don't really need? And yeah, just make sure that if you are thinking, okay, I need to bring all of my travel gadgets and technological gadgets, just think maybe you can get them in travel sizes. So of course there's a lot of things that come in travel sizes now, so maybe that would be an idea if you still want to bring everything. And as a Pisces, you enjoy traveling when it's easy. So no lines at the airport, no issues at passport control, none of those things. You like it if it's straightforward and yeah, easy. Otherwise you can get a little bit stressy and overwhelmed. Of course, we all know traveling is never that stress-free, I guess, because of course it's very unpredictable and things can go wrong at any moment of time. All of a sudden your flight is delayed 4 hours. So one tip for the Pisces would be to invest in noise cancelling headphones. Why I'm saying noise cancelling is that it makes really the world of difference. I mean, if you're waiting for your airplane and you've been waiting there for 4 hours and around you there's 8 crying babies. I love babies and it's fine that they're crying, but if you're Pisces, you might just want to cancel that out. So yeah, there's so many amazing noise cancelling headphones out on the market these days. So just make sure that you're checking for the right things, and yeah, just go ahead and get some for your next trip. Right, that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed these packing tips for the water signs. Next up, we have the earth signs, and I will see you next week. But up until then, Make sure you like and subscribe and comment if you agree or disagree with anything that I said. I would love to hear your opinions. Okay, thanks guys. See you later.